I'm not ashamed to admit it. It's hell in there. It's horror. You have to be a certain type of person to survive.
If you don't know, now you're going to know, because there are an enormous amount of people who are living in hotels. Entire families.
I am a mother of 3 and we live in a hotel. Still, it has been like 6 months. 6 months. There is no housing out here at all.
Why do people say they're homeless when they live in a motel? I don't understand that. So how is it that when someone lives in a camper, they're just living a cool hippie camper life, right? But if you're in a motel, you're homeless? That doesn't make any sense, y'all.
So because of these housing prices are insane, the average rent in Atlanta for a 2-bedroom apartment is about $2,400 a month. That's just crazy to me. People are thinking outside of the box in terms of places where their family can live. And so a lot of people have turned to extended stay hotels and motels, with the average cost monthly being around $1,200.
I never thought that I would see the day that people in America will have to resort to living in hotels. Not because they're on vacation, not because they're traveling, but because they just can't simply afford a place to live. Think about that for a second. You work every day, you pay your taxes, you do everything you're supposed to do. But somehow you're paying hundreds of dollars each week just to stay in a hotel room because rent is so damn expensive. And the crazy part, this just isn't happening in one city. It's spreading all across America, everywhere. The video clips I'm about to show you, you're going to see and hear why Americans are choosing to live in hotels. This may be a warning sign to where this country is headed. I urge you, have a listen to what these people have to say. There may be some valuable information that you can take from this.
The hotel that I live in is called extended stay. However, there is other hotels that also offer monthly, weekly rentals, even longer. It just depends on exactly what you're looking for and what works for you. One of the biggest factors to me is having a hotel that has a kitchen in it and also a laundry room on site, which this is our laundry room. You do have to have your key to get in. And this is what the laundry room looks like here on site. It does need cleaning. This is actually my room, and I'll take you inside. Hubby is in bed dealing with ulcers and kidney stones. However, this is our little room. I brought this in myself, which is a whole game changer if you're hotel living. It does come with the full-size refrigerator and freezer.
Oh, yes, ma'am. They have extended stay hotels and just regular hotels, too, that do weekly payments, bi-weekly or monthly. So just check out whatever city you in. Google, call around, look around for extended stay living or hotels or motels that take weekly payments, bi-weekly, or whatever works out for you. Yeah, they're out there.
Hey everyone, I just wanted to make a reply video because a lot of people, I said ask questions on my last video in regards to me living in a hotel. A lot of you want to know, how am I saving money? To me, it's pretty easy. A lot of people are there are some people making comments that are rude, stating that I'm on assistance. I am not on any type of assistance whatsoever. No food stamps, government assistance, no rental assistance, HUD programs, you name it, I'm not on any of that. I work 40 to 50 hours a week. My boyfriend works 50 to 60 hours a week. We work, make the money, pay our taxes, pay them gas prices to get to and from work, and so we live outside of Knoxville, Tennessee. And a lot of rents around here for efficiency apartments to a 1-bedroom apartment are placed are anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000 a month. And a lot of that requires good credit. Well, I don't have good credit because my husband died a couple years ago of cancer, and well, the cancer treatments were not cheap, and they came after me, and I lost everything. So one reason I'm staying in a motel room is because I lost everything, and you got to start over. So we pay approximately $250 a week That includes everything, you know, electricity, TV, telephone, internet, all that. So anywhere from $1,000 to $1,250 a month. I know a lot of people are saying that's a lot of money to stay in a motel when you don't have the convenience of everything that you want at hand. What we are trying to do is we're saving money up for a good down payment. So when we get a house, when we purchase a house, that mortgage every month will not be extremely high.
There's a homeless epidemic in America right now, with thousands of families across the nation forced to live in a hotel. People that have never had to live in a hotel would never understand the constant anxiety you feel knowing you are one missed payment away from all of your belongings being on the street. It's especially hard if you have kids. Living in a hotel is far from a glamorous vacation. It's making all your meals in a microwave or hoping you can find a place that has a mini kitchen, stuffing your groceries in a mini fridge, going from a house or apartment with a living room and a separate bedroom to 4 walls, being embarrassed of telling people where you live, all while not being able to save for an actual apartment because all of your money goes towards paying that high-ass hotel rate.
Did y'all see that new study showing thousands of families in Metro Atlanta are literally stuck in living extended stay hotels, working, paying over 70% of their income just to stay there with no way out because of low credit, past evictions, and no money for a security deposit? And listen, I don't say this just to shock you, just for drama. I say that because credit is literally part of this problem. These families are trapped in a housing spiral where even though they working, their financial foundation isn't strong enough to secure real stability. Now listen to this. That doesn't happen by accident. When you don't understand how credit works, you end up stuck paying way more for less.
I'm a home health nurse. We have patients in those hotels. It's a lot of seniors and veterans. So why would people live in an extended stay hotel? Let's get into a few of the reasons. Number one, they've had an eviction on their record. If you've had an eviction on your record, which I've had one, it can take many, many years for that to fall off your history. And so there are some people that can't rent an apartment, so they end up living in extended stay hotels. Two, they cannot put together the down payment to move into our own apartment. And then even if they can put together the down payment, number three, they can't pass the credit check. So a lot of times you see women, particularly women who have experienced DV, seniors and veterans living in these places. And why do you see women who have experienced DV? Because what happens is they may get in these abusive relationships. You know, there's abuse going on. They get evicted. Then that's in their name, right? Because the man was coming over their place. It's in their name. And then they can't get a place anywhere, so they end up in hotels, or the man has put things in their name. So society's problems are ending up in these extended stay hotels because housing is just getting too expensive for people to afford.
I seen a post on here about a lady who paying $1,200 to live in a hotel. She paid $307 a week. And that's really not a bad deal. Let's think about it. $1,200 a month, no utilities, and you get amenities like a pool, a gym, all that good stuff. All for $200 a month? Man, that's a deal. I don't care what y'all say. And some hotels that you receive mail to, I'm not one to judge nobody's living situation. So if you could secure a roof over your head for only $200 a month, that's always going to be a good thing.
When most people can't qualify for an apartment, they move here.
He's not wrong. Back in 2012, when I moved out of my mom's house, I was 19. I moved into an extended stay. And back then, it was about $500 and some change a month. Let that sink in. But of course, back then, I was just scrambling. I was like, how am I going to pay $175 a week, or however much it was? And I scraped by. I lived in extended stays for a lot of my life, actually. I lived in extended stay when I was a kid, and my parents got divorced. Lived there for 2 weeks. And then another time when, I was 13, we moved states and our house wasn't ready. So we stayed in extended stay for like a week. That's another thing people do. They stay in between places. They're in an extended stay. But the apartment I lived in 2012 was also $500. So the price is on par.
I'm sorry to hear that you're in a motel as well. It's almost like having your life on hold. You don't quite get to live an entire life when you're living in a motel. And paying that amount of money and the amount of money that we're paying, like, we should be able to be in an apartment or a house. Like, it doesn't make sense. And when you're paying that much money towards a motel, you can't save any money towards putting these huge deposits down on apartments or houses. It's just a never-ending battle. It's like 2 steps forward, 3 steps back.
If you don't know, now you're going to know. Because the other crazy thing that I learned doing gig apps is that there are an enormous amount of people who are living in hotels. Entire families living in a room. They're buying full-on groceries, living in a room. And the entire hotel looks like it is inhabited by families. It is crazy to me that these hotels are making so much money. And granted, they did not cause the issue. However, they certainly are capitalizing on it.
I am a mother of 3 and we live in hotels. Still, it has been like 6 months. 6 months. There is no housing out here at all. Do you know how hard it is to live in a hotel? Do you? It's very hard.
You know what's really sad about this whole situation? When most people hear that people have to live in hotels, they immediately assume that they just made bad decisions. But that's not always the case. Some of these folks have jobs. Some are even working full time. Some may even have 2 jobs. However, the problem is the math just isn't mathing anymore. Rent keeps going up, food keeps going up, insurance keeps going up, everything keeps going up except your paycheck. And when someone get hit with one emergency, a medical bill, a layoff, a car repair, it can send them into a downward spiral. Let me get 2 bottles of Tito's. I've been there. Trust me. Trust and believe that. Now they're staying in a hotel. And here's what most people don't realize. Living in a hotel sounds better than being homeless. I get it. But it comes with a whole list of other problems. No real kitchen, little space, little privacy, paying week to week, trying to survive instead of actually getting ahead. But we do what we have to do. Put a 1 in the comments section if you do what you have to do. Housing is supposed to be one of the basic things you can have. You bring up your family, you create memories, just the place you call home. But more and more people feel as though that is slipping away. With that being said, I would love to hear from you. Do you believe that housing costs are getting out of control? Have you seen more people living in hotels where you live? Leave a comment below and let me know. Till next time. Peace.